Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and beyond. How are you guys doing today? My name is Anima, and today we're going to break down the Life is Strange Before the Storm announcement trailer. I'm not going to go frame by frame. Rather, I will take each scene and related parts to it and analyze them in turn. I won't cover footage that can be seen in the gameplay footage that was released, since those are sequential things that happen and I can't extrapolate on their meaning any more than what can already be seen. It should go without saying that this is all speculation and it can all amount to nothing, but regardless, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so I hope you enjoy hearing mine. Let's go! The trailer opens with Chloe smoking alone in her room. One thing I noticed in particular is that Chloe is very much alone. Throughout everything, she's struggling with the grief of losing her dad, and her best friend Max has moved away. This opening demonstrates her solitude and shows what she turns to in her pain. The ashtray is full. She isn't new to smoking. William's death happened a while ago. It's not fresh, but the wounds have certainly not healed. She is then visited by the crow. At this point, I'm not sure if it's a crow or a raven. I had a lot of different comments about this, but the general consensus seems to be that you guys think it's a crow, so I'll call it a crow until we get an avian expert in here. She has a very particular expression when it stops by her window. She looks surprised, or maybe even a little concerned. That concern could definitely be because there is a wild bird in her room. I'd probably pull that face too, but it might be something more. Crows symbolize an omen of change, and can be seen as a messenger of death. They can be a sign of destiny or personal transformation. They can also be tricksters, manipulative and mysterious. To that point, we know from the 20 minutes of released gameplay that Rachel likes to play games, which is a pretty mischievous trait. However, crows can also be seen as a harbinger that guides souls from the realm of the living into the afterlife. When death is near, a crow will come to a window near a home repeatedly for several days before the passing takes place. After someone dies, a crow will continue to visit in the same way. The crow appears as a message from the one who has died, confirming the rebirth of your loved one. Shedding from the old, awakening to the new. We all know what fate befalls Rachel later on. The crow could be a sign of William's continued presence, or a sign of Rachel's imminent destiny. We then see a sparking train. The train feels like another symbol in Chloe's life. We see it come up often. She's frequently seen walking around on rails and otherwise tempting death. Out of curiosity, I decided to look at train symbolism, and found the results to be quite interesting. Train rails can symbolize the restriction of freedom. Rails put a train on a set path that cannot deviate from its course. It doesn't take much to see how this can be a parallel of Chloe's experiences. She could be feeling helplessness and a lack of control over her own life. A moving train can obviously refer to motion, and conversely, a still train can symbolize the stagnation of events. The train appears to be hitting the brakes hard. If the music weren't there, it would be screeching violently, echoing the events of Chloe's life that have come to a halt. A freight train, that is, a train that's transporting goods and not passengers, can refer to the burdens and problems that you are pulling around. The next thing we see is Chloe with her eyes shut, and then a shot of moving scenery. She briefly looks alarmed, and the next thing we see is her throwing herself to the front of the car to warn William, who is then crushed by a lorry. This is likely a dream sequence, as we know that William died when Chloe was younger. We find this out in Life is Strange episode 3 when Max travels into the past to hide his car keys. I'll revisit this shortly. Next, we witness Chloe leaving her house, with David working on a car and the crow up high, overseeing everything. Chloe gets in the car and shuts the door with a scowl. David Madsen can be seen behind her. Chloe looks malcontent. I feel like there must be a lot of tension between Chloe and David. We already know this from the events of Life is Strange, but it could be especially tumultuous here given the closer proximity to her father's death. Chloe could feel betrayed by Joyce, seeing her relationship with David as a betrayal to her father. With this detail, we can get an even clearer picture of Chloe's loneliness. This shot of the school puts Chloe in the middle of the frame, with Blackwell appearing imposing and heavy in front of her. Our view is from below, so we can envision Chloe craning her neck to look up at this. We know that Chloe eventually gets expelled from Blackwell. With this outcome a certainty, it's a guarantee that the school will be an uncomfortable place for her. Next up is the burning tree. I talked about this in my prequel leak analysis video and said that this image feels very biblical. Aside from evoking the story of God speaking to Moses, a burning tree, at least in dreams, can symbolize feeling pain and the need to hide away to make yourself better. I don't think this is a dream. The framing of the shot suggests this is happening unseen from the rest of the world. It could be alluding to an actual forest fire, or perhaps this is a cryptic footnote or an omen of some strange happenings yet to come. We cut back to Chloe in the dream car, with her hand on the window. Another hand is on the other side, and we can tell from the bracelet that it's Rachel Amber. In Life is Strange, Chloe refers to Rachel as an angel, someone who saved her. It's interesting that Rachel is on the other side, visible and sort of tactile, but not actually touching through the glass. Chloe is someone who is imprisoned by the grief of losing a parent. Sealed inside of her father's tomb, she reaches out, and it's Rachel's hand that greets her. Since this is a dream, we can glean that this is Chloe's subconscious view of Rachel. The feeling of loneliness is exacerbated since, even in a dream, Rachel is just out of reach. We see Rachel here with a pained look on her face. From the 20 minutes of gameplay that was released, we know that she wants to tell Chloe something, but she can't. The crow appears again, emerging from the forest after Chloe and Rachel use the binoculars. The crow appears no less than 3 times in the almost 2 minutes that make up this trailer. It could even appear more, I might have missed it. This compounds the idea that the crow is repeatedly visiting Chloe, whatever that could mean. Either that or it's a fan of hers. That would be pretty cute. This concludes my analysis of the trailer, folks. I hope that you enjoyed it. For more Life is Strange videos, check out the links in the description or in the end card that is sure to follow. I actually watched the 20 minutes of gameplay and reacted to it and commentated over it, so if that's something that you're interested in, then be my guest. Come and check it out. I have videos where I have this talky sort of style that I'm doing right now, but I also like let's play stuff, and that's when my brain falls out of my head, and sometimes it's entertaining, but mostly it's just cringe and humiliating, and I'm advertising myself really well right now. What do you guys think of what happened in the trailer? Are there any little hidden meanings that you think that I missed or that we can extrapolate from this situation? Let me know in the comments, but absolutely most importantly, folks, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.
Wrong answer. You don't ask a girl out and then not buy her a drink.
What? What? Are we playing lesbians? Plot twist, we've been playing lesbians this whole time!